So guys, the inverse head and shoulders neckline price target got technically met exactly right here. Okay, and right now, what can we expect for the Bitcoin price right now, guys? Because it is pumping very hard in that case. And what do we expect? Do we first see a pullback to retest these levels again and then continue going higher, or are we going to keep pumping from here and then retest again these levels and continue going higher in that case, guys? So we're gonna talk more about that in today's Bitcoin technical analysis YouTube video, guys. So yeah, let's get started, guys. So hi guys, and welcome to Crypto Solutions, here to help you make the best decisions in cryptocurrency and the cryptocurrency technical analysis. So in today's Bitcoin technical analysis YouTube video, guys, also before we get started, guys, leave a like, comment, and share this YouTube video with your friends. Also subscribe to my YouTube channel, Crypto Solutions, if you haven't subscribed yet, guys. And also click the bell notifications to stay ahead in the cryptocurrency market using my cryptocurrency technical analysis YouTube video, guys. And if you're interested in joining my Discord group for more advice, more inner doings and what to do, when to buy, when to sell in long-term, mid-term, and short-term, you can definitely join my Discord group. It is very affordable. Patreon.com/cryptosolutions on the bottom right corner. And in that case, I appreciate your very great support, guys, here. So thank you so much again for your very great support, guys. And let's get started, guys. So yeah, guys. So for Bitcoin, so we're seeing here multiple things playing out right now. So there's a lot of lines. Follow me, guys. So no worries. We're gonna make it as simple as possible to follow. So we have been tracking the Bitcoin price for some time right now. So for a long time now, we have been tracking the Bitcoin price. So we have again this huge falling wedge, and we have a break above that. We have confirmation of support, followed through. So the price target technically is all the way to the previous all-time high for the Bitcoin price. So that would be $69,280. When can we expect this target again? So this is a multi-year pattern. So this is more than 2 years. So this is going to take more than 2 years to play out, but that would be the technical target. And right now it is still on its way on the long term in that case. So that's one. The second one is the inverse head and shoulders here. So it broke out to the upside. It then confirmed previous resistance as new support 1, and then multiple times right here, and then followed through. And technically speaking, it met one of my targets here. Technically speaking, in between $35,000 and $41,000 is one of the price targets I have been mentioning a couple of months ago. I'm gonna put a quick clip in that case so you can see what I mean by that. So guys, I'm going to be showing you the evidence about me predicting that price movement in that case. So we go to my crypto channel, YouTube channel, Crypto Solutions videos, and when we go over here, so the video is named in this case, retest came exactly as predicted, 41,000 incoming, and that was 7 months ago in that case. So the exact timestamp would be on 111 on this video. This will be 111, and the date exactly, so this was on March 25th, 2023. So when we play this, in that case, 111. Yes, guys, I found another pattern, which is the inverse head and shoulders that's going to take most likely the Bitcoin price to this specific level in accordance to this total solar eclipse, and also because of other factors such as the big falling wedge that I told you guys about here, support, resistance, support, then breakout, perfect confirmation, just bounce out of that level, exactly heading to the target right here, guys. So what is the Bitcoin price going to? Yeah, so that was the evidence in that case. So, and also this video, if you watch that, I also mentioned before this movement to the upside, before the inverse head and shoulders neckline even broke that resistance, I also predicted the bounce from out of this huge falling wedge, because also of the total solar eclipse, and we got that retest exactly as predicted in that case. If we go back here to the start of the video. So guys, the move came exactly as predicted. Breakdown to the downside, met the target, and then bounce out of this wide resistance level all the way up, getting closer to that total solar eclipse. I'm gonna show you guys some clips over here going into details of this move before it happens. So here you're gonna see it, guys. You are going to see the videos right now, guys. And if the Bitcoin price wants to continue going to the upside. And so this happened on March 12, 2023. And you can go to that video also. It will be on the timestamp 2732 in that case. And you're going to see exactly this movement play out before it even retested this white line support and then bounce all of that. In that case, you're going to see in that case. If now, then it must break at least this level as resistance. It would be around $21,450. That level must be broken in order to continue to the upside so far. Yeah, and then if that level is broken, and then converted into new support, then expect the continuation to the upside, which I'm personally anticipating. Now, not financial advice, but I'm anticipating a huge relief rally coming very soon, even with the pullback. So, yeah, guys. Yes, guys. I found a no. Yeah, guys. So that would be the evidence in that case, and yeah, this was far in advance. It was on March 25th, 2023. And I also published that into my Discord group also. So if you go over here quickly on my Discord group, so one of my trading opportunities right here was this long-term, let's see, it was on this midterm. So if we go all the way up around here, I published that, yeah, that trading opportunity also. That was very far in advance in that case because it was on, let's see here, it was this one over here. So yeah, it was on, this was published on March 19, 2023 in that case. So that was the tentacles. So I was going to trade that. I ended up not trading that inverse head and shoulders because of the reasons I'm going to be explaining in that case into this YouTube video and on my previous YouTube videos for the Bitcoin price. And let's continue here, guys. So yeah, guys, that would be the clip. And so you can join my Discord group in the description below. And right now, right here, patreon.com/cryptosolutions. And I will see you there right now, guys. I really appreciate your support. Thank you so much, guys. Yes, I'm going to be talking about my expectation versus the tentacles. So I was mentioning on my previous videos that I was expecting in that case for a retest again for this $22,000 level and 20,000. And the main reason why, just to recap very quickly here, guys. So one, because of this huge wick. Usually when Bitcoin likes to pump to the upside or to the downside, usually it doesn't like to leave wicks like that before continue going higher. So based on my experience, most of the times by just looking at wicks like this, usually what can we expect is the Bitcoin price, if it wants to pump, eventually retesting and filling this wick. That would be one of the things that most of the times happens. I want to give you some quick examples on why. So you can see huge wicks here, pump, we retested those wicks again, it left more wicks, and again we came back to retest those wicks. And when I mean by retesting those wicks, I'm referring to closing a weekly body candle close, covering most of the wick, and that's where I count that as retested. And you can see it eventually retested this wicks here, and again you have a huge wick like this, retested here, okay, and again wick, and then retested right here. And you can see that the local bottom right here, this bottom right here for the cycle, didn't leave huge wicks, and that's where we have that price appreciation. Then it left this wick and then continue going higher. So that, again, that's one of the reasons why I was expecting for the pullback. That's just one of the reasons. So the second reason, a CME gap, guys. So we have again a CME gap around, in that case, let's see here. So we have a CME gap all the way down to here, guys. So follow me here, guys. So you see this like gaps. Usually, historically, if you're watching this for the first time, this is a CME Bitcoin chart. So this chart is not available 24/7. This is just like 5 to 6 days per week. And so at the end of the week, sometimes it may like create this like gaps, like these holes over here. And so usually the price likes to like retest those gaps, like to fill the gap almost every single time. It's not guaranteed to happen every single time, but it is a very strong indicator for most of the times expecting that target to meet to be met eventually. Most of the times it's sooner than later, but right here it's interesting because it left a gap and then refilled the gap here, and that same week that it filled this gap right here left another gap here, and you can see pump, and right now it keeps pumping in that case. And so another reason for that gap was here. So that was my second reason for at least my expectation for another pullback to those levels. And again, that gap was at, in that is right now at $19,995 to around here $21,115. Okay, so just looking at the gaps, I would still not discount that at this moment. We're seeing this strong follow through, and this is making it even less likely for the gaps to be filled. But at this moment, I did mention, guys, that until we don't lose this neckline support, don't expect, technically speaking, don't expect for this 22,000 to 20,000 to be met. So I did mention that in that case. On my expectation, it didn't went exactly as I was expecting, but technically speaking, it did went exactly as the technicals were stating. So another reason for my expectations for more lower lows in that, at least for a retest around here, was because when we broke this inverse head and shoulders neckline, okay, so we usually, so if the price, let's say, breaks up by a little bit, usually we will have a retest, and from there that will be a good position to then follow through very strongly. Well, in this case, it did broke out to the upside, it did confirm support, but it was like a little bit drastic uptrend, like break above that neckline and then retested that support, and then made that second attempt to 35,000. So it tried to go to 35,000 in that case from here. It failed to do so, back tested, second attempt, failed, and then came back. So most of the times also when you see the price, in this case an inverse head and shoulders, when the price is trying to, in this case, reach 35,000, so you have one and then you have your second attempt. After that second attempt, if it can't reach those price targets, most of the times it will definitely break down and lose support. But in this case, it didn't. It held 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 supports around here, and then it bounced from there again and then followed through to the target. So that's again, that's very rare when that happens. So it doesn't happen most of the times, but this time it did happen, guys. So yeah, on the probability side, we were using those as intended. But hey, you know, like I mentioned before, I will not be right every single time, but I will be right most of the times, and that's why we're looking at this very objectively in that case. And I also want to point out, when we have the second attempts like this, usually on lower time frames, almost every single time it happens. This is the first time the Bitcoin price breaks out of an inverse head and shoulders pattern on the weekly. Like, this is the first weekly inverse head and shoulders pattern, literally. In the whole history of Bitcoin, there hasn't been any inverse head and shoulders on a weekly. Any. This is the first one. So yeah, this is first time that happens in that case. So it's very interesting how that played out in that case. So, and to continue here, guys, another reason why I was expecting again that 20,000 is because of, again, this. So if we put the reverse Fibonacci retracements, usually the Bitcoin price after a pump like this likes to retest those yellow lines and then continue going higher. And so those yellow lines, which is the 0.618 and the 0.65 Fibonacci retracement, was on that wick on the CME gap, and also have beautiful confluence here, and you had also a double top here on the monthly. Another reason why I was expecting lower prices based on probabilities in that case, using the yellow line on the monthly here. There's a lot of lines, but just follow the price here. You can see here that the Bitcoin price formed this double top. So we had like mixed signals, because we had on the weekly, we had in that case an inverse head and shoulders on the weekly here, and then after the breakout support and supports, when we go to the monthly, we saw here a double top. We saw a double top. It broke down, and not only that, after it broke down, in that case, it also closed below the yellow line on the monthly and below the light blue line, which is the 21 simple moving average, and the yellow line is the 8 simple moving average. So this was indicating of a lot of bearish momentum to the downside in that case. And the only reason why it didn't follow through, because it didn't lose that last support I was mentioning. So I was mentioning, yes, this is very bearish on the short term right here, but technically speaking, until we break the inverse head and shoulders supports, you cannot expect that $22,000 and $20,000 level. So that's why I have my technical evidence, and then I have my expectations. Those are two different things. I really appreciate your support, guys. So let's keep it going here, guys. On my expectation, it didn't went exactly as I predicted this time, but technically speaking, it did play out in that case. So yeah, so we had like mid signals, and which one do I follow more? Well, if I have an inverse head and shoulders on the weekly, and I have a double top on the monthly, which one do I follow? Well, logically speaking, I will follow the monthly in that case. Well, in this case, it's very interesting because we had this double top, it broke down, literally confirmed resistance here, and then the next one just out of nowhere, boom, massive pump to the upside. And to be completely honest, that type of pump cannot be predicted. And it's insane, guys, because this pump happened without a BlackRock spot ETF. And look at the pump. In my opinion, it doesn't make a lot of sense right now to do that pump, okay? So the only technical reasons I see that it completed the target, again, was the inverse head and shoulders on the weekly time frame, and speculation with the spot ETF with BlackRock. But it's insane because the pump happened without even the BlackRock spot ETF being approved. That's insane. And we have this massive price actions. And usually when we see like this fast of a price action, like literally in less than 2 days, look at this. Bitcoin went in less than 2 days from, look at this, from $29,906.47, it went to $35,194.81 in 2 days. That's insane, guys. Literally, because literally the Bitcoin price has been struggling to break literally all of this resistance, and then out of nowhere, it not only breaks its resistance, it literally breaks a lot of very important resistances, technically speaking. And so it didn't even backtest. It did this, and it didn't even backtest and then follow through. Okay, so guys, I wanted to mention that I already took profits for the Bitcoin price far before this pump. So I took my average price was around 21,000. Then I took some profits at around 31,000 and 30,000 and 29,000, around those ranges for the Bitcoin price. And then when we saw this pullback and that monthly body candle closed below that yellow line, and because of the Black Swan event and Shemitah cycle, and also because of the Jubilee cycle, I then sold at around here, fully at $26,200, around that range in that case. So yeah, I did already profited most of that movement in that case. So it would be all of this narrative. So it was in that case. Let's see. So it's a boom, all of this, and then a little bit here, another bits over here, and then here. Now we have this pump like this. So now once it retests again this range, I'm gonna buy more. So, and then boom, continue going higher. So, and also I will inform you when I do that, and I usually publish those things on my Discord group in the immediate time I do that. So yeah, guys. Also, guys, If you want to see when I'm buying, selling for the long term, I do publish this. So I'm making some very good profits here for the long term. So Solana selling at $31, 51% profits, and same for Chainlink, 55% profits here. So I keep like dollar cost averaging my way out, taking profits, because we're gonna have more pullback here. But you can see here profits for Solana. I'm taking profits $26, 29, and I'm taking some percentages here. And you can see here 44%, 46%, and so on. So if you need like any help buying and selling in the long term, you can also reach back to my Discord group. In that case, we have long term, mid term, and short term also. And we have many ways we can help you guys here. Bottom indicators for long term, top indicators for long term, crypto tutorials just in case, and the cryptos I hold, crypto exchanges I use also. And yeah, if you have any more questions, you can definitely reach back to me on my Discord group here, guys. And I will be happy to see you there also, guys. Anyways, in that case, another reason why the Bitcoin price also pumped recently in that case, from what I'm seeing here, is because we had an eclipse on October 14. So in summary, if you're new to this, with solar eclipses, you see uptrends for the Bitcoin price. With lunar eclipses, you see downtrends for the Bitcoin price. And so I was already aware of this solar eclipse coming soon. It was a partial one, but when I verified here, it was an annular. But I consider it almost the same in that case. So I didn't put so much importance to that. Usually I look for like total solar eclipses or total lunar eclipses, because it does reflect the price action. Because just a very quick examples here. So you can see May 15 to May 16, that was the Terra Luna collapse. So that was here, guys. I'm gonna show you quickly what I'm referring to. In that case, it was here. Okay, I'm gonna show you quickly here, guys. So let's see, that was May 16. It was here. It was here, guys, literally around here. May 16, May 15, May 16. And that's where you have a lunar collapse, and boom, look at that pullback from there. Just from here to here, boom, that massive pullback. So that was a total lunar eclipse in that case, guys. And that was the Terra Luna collapse, which is Luna. It's funny, went to zero in that case to some extent. 0.000. So in other words, zero. Yeah. So, and then the second total solar eclipse, which I pointed this out on my last this was last year, guys. I remember publishing the video and stating, guys, I was publishing this like for like around August. I was saying in July and August of last year, I was saying, guys, so there's a total lunar eclipse coming in November 7 and through November 8. So expect a black swan event out of nowhere to happen, in which it will push the Bitcoin price down. I don't have the exact confirmation, but I know it will make the Bitcoin price go down. And Bitcoin was around here. I remember when it happened. I was on vacation during that time, so I was at a cruise ship. So I remember that vividly. So we had this. It was around here. Okay, so. And I put a trade. Bitcoin was around 20,000. I put a trade around literally here. I put it around 22,000, or almost to this, like around this wick. I put that short trade. Then, boom, we saw the the pullback for the Bitcoin price happening there. That was the FTX dump event that happened. And it's like, oh my gosh, it happened exactly as predicted because of the Black Swan event, because of the total lunar eclipse. And that's why if you need to also take this into consideration when you're trading Bitcoin. And then I put my take profits around 18,000 to be conservative. But yeah, this went all the way down to, oh my gosh, to $15,558.14. And then we had the bottom here at $15,473.78. Insane that happened. And at the same time, we had that bullish divergence again. We had the boom, lower prices on the weekly, higher prices on the other side. So that's very, very interesting how that happened in that case. So yeah, guys, these solar eclipses are very important. Now that this solar eclipse annular happened, next time that this one happens, I will take it more seriously. Because I consider this almost the same as a partial one, but until it doesn't say partial, then it's not partial. In that case, so the next, we have a lunar eclipse coming very soon here, so it will be on October 28th to October 29th. It will be a partial lunar eclipse, so expect a partial pullback in that case for the Bitcoin price here, like a partial, maybe something like this, a partial, something like this will be in play in that case. So watch out for that one, guys. And then after that is over, we have another one on for next year. So this solar eclipses doesn't happen very often, so that's why be aware when it happens in that case, because next one is on March 24 to March 25th on 2024. It's a lunar eclipse penumbral, and this is the massive one, guys. So in other words, guys, if you want a very, not financial advice, but if you want a very, very good buying opportunity for the Bitcoin price, guys, buy before April 8th, 2024. We will have a total solar eclipse on April 8th. And remember, just because it happens on April 8th, you may see the pump before April 8th. Like the price, when the date is approaching close to April 8th, 2024, that's where you're gonna see that pump. Or it can happen on that same day if it hasn't pumped. So it's in between those ranges. But the point is, when this date approaches, we're gonna see that pump very soon. Or if it hasn't pumped very near before April 8th, then we're on April 8th, and after that we will see a massive pump to the upside, guys, and that will be the best time before that. So yeah, we have November, December, January, February, March, 5 months, guys, 5 months. So put your positions before that in that case, guys. So because it would be massive, and yes, this will go on until 2025, and yes, this is like coincidentally connected with the very near the Bitcoin halving, but this is mostly based on the solar eclipses. That's why it keeps happening. That's also, and yes, the Bitcoin halving also has its effect, but both in combination, the Bitcoin halving and the total solar eclipse. Oh my gosh, guys, this is the most bullish you can get for the Bitcoin price, and it will be very, very great, guys. And oh, very interesting here. Okay, technically speaking, we usually expect a move like this, not this fast, but at least the completion of the targets once first we get above the 0.76 Fibonacci retracement in that case. So we went from here to here. When we close 2 to 4 daily body candle closes above here, that's where technically speaking you can expect a higher high than this high. Okay, but in just one day it just decided to pump like that. And I said, guys, wait 2 to 4 daily body candle closes above here, or 1 to 2 weekly body candle closes above $30,202.24 to then expect a continuation to the upside. Well, it did that in just 2 days. So yeah, that doesn't happen most of the times, but yes, it does happen in exceptions, and this is one of them, guys, in that case. So yeah, because I'm watching this logically, just by looking at how this, it just ignored this huge resistance, we're gonna of course backtest this previous resistance, of course, and that would be around $31,831.10. So be very vigilant, guys. I did sell my Bitcoin. I mentioned this on my YouTube videos. I sold Bitcoin like around like 26,000 here, and I went against my own rules literally, because I was also taking into consideration the black swan event, which I'm still expecting right now, in between this month and next month in that case. And that's another reason why I sold my Bitcoin in that case, because usually one of my very strong indicators in this case. So for long term, in order for me to buy Bitcoin for a long term, usually I buy when I see this yellow line, this 2 monthly, being above this yellow line, okay? That's where I'm looking to buy Bitcoin on the long term. Once I see on the 2 monthly, a 2 monthly body candle close below the yellow line, that's where long term I sell 100%. In this case, I sold in this case on this monthly body candle close below the yellow line because of all of the previous reasons why, which still I do not regret. I stuck with the probabilities. It didn't went to our side, but hey, no worries in that case. Technically speaking, it's still completed the inverse head and shoulders, and that's a risk you're still taking. So I'm not regretting that, because I really was considering most of those aspects. Pumps like this cannot be predicted, and that's a part of Bitcoin. So this pumps doesn't happen most of the times, but hey, it is what it is in that case. So in that case, that's why. So I sold literally at, so let's see here. So I sold at $26,200. I remember selling around that range. Now that I see the Bitcoin price pumping like this, I'm now going to be looking to buy Bitcoin once we get that back test to around $30,500, around this range. We're gonna do that eventually, technically speaking, because again, this is strong resistance. If we go here, a lot of lines here, guys, no worries. I'm gonna just clean the charts very soon here. So let's see here. You know what? I'm gonna delete the lines since we already completed those targets, both. So let's see. Also, I want to point out also, guys, that we were forming also on the 2 weekly and head and shoulders, and then boom, invalidated. So yeah, also wanted to point that out. And let's see. Okay, so I'm gonna delete the lines over here. So we had targets once it breaks that head and shoulders all the way down to around $21,225. It got invalidated. The double top, the monthly double top, got invalidated also. So I'm going to be deleting those lines also right now in that case. So let's see. So it will be this one, and this one here, and let's see here. Beautiful. Yes. I'm glad that I'm making more space on these charts. It's yeah, so it can be easier to track in that case. At least for you guys, because I can track it anyways in that case, but you know, just make it easier for you guys visually speaking here. So yeah, on this, and also the Bitcoin price was following this purple line: support, bounce, support, bounce, support, bounce, broke down, and then yeah, follow through in that case. So that's also another interesting aspect. Delete that, and I'm going to be deleting these lines over here. Okay, so now it's more clean. So beautiful. Okay, so this inverse head and shoulders neckline, I will leave it like that because this is very strong support at this moment. So yeah, I'm going to be extending the lines a little bit over here. So let's see. So I'm gonna extend this like this. Beautiful. Okay, so technically speaking, guys, okay, so if we're following this Fibonacci tracings here, guys, we have from here to here, broke above, we have the 0.236 like a staircase, $22,202. Break above, support, fake out, support, next line, 0.382 Fibonacci tracing, $27,377. $27,377.63. Break above, support. All of the support break down, fake out, another fake out, got supported here after breaking down below that red line, which I tell you guys, once we see 1 to 2 weekly body candle closes below a support or resistance, that's either going to break that support or resistance with a very high chance in that case. So you can see all of this support, 1, 2 fake out, and then close below it was supposed to retest this 0.23 cents, but since we have that inversion shorters neckline, got supported, bounce, and then break below that red line again, then resistance, support again here, resistance, break above, support, fake out, and follow through in that case. So right now, this is very strong support. Literally, this was about to break down here 2 times, and it got saved again because of the inversion shorters neckline here. So you have breakdown here, save, follow through, and then breakdown again, save again here, follow through, and boom, it got saved in that case. So that would be another reason why in that case. So let's see here, guys. So okay, so the red line, and then we went above this 0.5 Fibonacci tracing in that case, guys. Okay, so technically speaking, guys, first, since the Bitcoin price is over here, if it's going to close one weekly body candle close above 0.5 Fibonacci tracing here, $32,668.02, that's where we're gonna expect a support around here, $32,670.76. Okay, so if this support cannot hold, that's where we're gonna eventually retest this support, which will be $30,613.22. Okay, that would be this resistance support in that case. Okay, if that cannot hold support, then the net support will be this white line's previous resistance as new support. That would be $28,859.95, and from there we will evaluate. Okay, but I'm looking to buy Bitcoin on the long term around these ranges. Okay, like in between here and here right now because of this massive pump in that case, and not because on the monthly body candle closes using the yellow lines, we have closed above. We're gonna most likely close above in that case in 6 days. I mean, anything can happen, but most likely we're gonna close above that yellow line, a monthly 8 simple moving average on the monthly time frame. So that would be here. That would be at 29,000 and around $29,200 right here. So once we back this here, I'm gonna buy for the long term for the Bitcoin price here. That would be my trading plan, not financial advice. And at the same time, we're gonna retest this again. I do want to point out one more thing also here, guys. So we have this white line resistance that was previously here, and this is a very important white line that I mentioned also, guys, that once we recover from here, that will be also very bullish in that case, because we have this white line support, we have support, breakdown, and then resistance, double fake out, break above, then support, breakdown, broke above, didn't even retest it again. It just went through and just go above like that. Well, technically speaking, usually what most of the times happens is using this price action, because of this strong resistance from, as you can see right here, we're gonna eventually retest this $30,603.35. And not only that, but we're gonna also retest that $28,860.03. I'm not going to tell you when exactly, but we're gonna eventually reach that. Okay, so right now the Bitcoin price, if it can hold above 0.5, 1 to 2 weekly body candle closes above here, we can expect for another push higher, hitting this macro Fibonacci tracing. That would be this 0.618 Fibonacci tracing. It would be this 0.618 Fibonacci tracing, $38,980.72, and also 0.65 Fibonacci tracing, $40,893.77. That would be the full technical target. So this inversion shoulders has 2 targets. Okay, guys, so it has in between $35,000 to around $41,000. Why am I saying that, guys? Because here, if we measure the target using the wicks, then the target would be like this. Yeah, around 41,000. You see, guys, so that would be perfectly on that $40,893 if we use the wicks. If you want to be more conservative, then you just pull from the weekly body candle closes here and just put it like this. And the price target in that case would be around 35,000. So technically speaking, that would be here, 36,400 and $1 in that case, okay? That's using the log scale. If we're going to the linear scale, it will give you a different target. So if we use this one, wick to wick, here to here, this will be the target. The target will be 35,000. We already reached that target. That would be one of the targets we already met. And if we're gonna use the weekly body candle closes in that case, then that will be, technically speaking, around here, $32,507 with 64 cents, and we already met that target. So for the linear scale targets, we already met the targets. Okay, so that's, yeah, exactly as the inverse head and shoulders pattern in that case on the linear scale, exactly as expected, using just the inverse head and shoulders in that case. And here for the logarithmic scale, we have in between $36,404.31 to all the way up around $41,276 with 55 cents, guys. Okay, so those will be the targets, and that's why I have it already lined out right here. So I'm going to delete this just a moment here. So let's see here, guys. I'm gonna make it easier to follow in that case. So let's see. So yeah, this will be the targets. And what are these yellow lines over here, guys? So yeah, so these yellow lines over here, guys, these are CME gaps. Okay, so we have CME gaps in that case on the 1 hour right here. So we're gonna go to the CME gaps so you can see what I mean by that. So these are the CME gaps. So let's see here. Oh yeah, I want to mention also, guys, we also filled the CME gaps to the upside. As you can see, we have the CME gaps from, yeah, a long time. I already pointed this out like so many months ago, like almost last year I pointed that out, literally. So we have CME gap at $34,485 and another CME gap here at $35,175. So we filled the gap, guys, and you look at that, it's even finding perfect resistance here on the gaps. Look at that, guys. So CME gaps have been filled to the upside, so that's very great to see. So let's see here. Okay, so I want to delete this so I can make more space. We already know that this gaps got filled here also. Delete that. Let's see here. Okay, this is on the linear scale. Let's see. Oh no, logarithmic scale. Okay, beautiful. Okay, I want to delete also this gap here. And okay, wait a second, guys. So I do want to mention here quickly, just a moment here so I can delete these lines here. And okay, beautiful. Okay, guys, so we have a CMA gap again around here, around this $20,000 level. And here, so the CMA gaps I'm referring to the most recent movements here. So we have CME gaps in that case here. Okay, so we have one CME gap here that will be at $26,290, and we have another CME gap at $26,935 in that case. That was a gap, didn't get filled. And we have, let's see here, we have another one. Let's see, where will be the other gaps in that case? So let's see, we had another gap here also. So we have a gap here at $29,740. Yeah, $29,745 and $29,860. So this is another CME gap. So I want to mention, guys, CME gaps are not guaranteed to fill every single time, but they do fill out 95% of the times. Just to point that out, guys, above 90%. So it is too high of a percentage to ignore. So that's why I'm taking this very seriously in that case. And I'm suspicious of this pump a little bit, guys, because we're having this pump without any BlackRock spot ETF news. And this tells me that either either it can potentially be a fake approval, at least on the short term, and then come back, or we can expect a approval from here and then continue going higher and then pulling back from there. So it's not easy to tell, but at the same time, looking at this pump like this, ignoring very strong resistances, CME gaps, and many other key important indicators, yeah, I find it kind of suspicious, like sus. But again, this still symbolizes strong uptrend, but that's just my opinion at that point. So yeah. So yeah, we have CME gaps, so be aware of that also, guys. So don't get surprised if we eventually get and retest those like CME gaps in that case. So let's see here, guys. So I'm gonna delete these lines over here also. Got it filled here. Okay, so we're gonna go again for the Bitcoin price. So yeah, I have been covering mostly everything in that case. And yeah, this will be the next targets. If Bitcoin wants to get like very, very bullish out of nowhere for almost no reason, then we will, then if the Bitcoin price wants to continue going higher in that case, then it has to close 1 to 2 weekly body candle closes above 40,000, above this 0.65 Fibonacci tracing, $40,893.77. It can be either 2 to 4 daily body candle closes above this level, or 1 to 2 weekly body candle closes above this level, and that's where we can expect the next target of 0.786 Fibonacci tracing on the macro scale. The macro 0.786 Fibonacci tracing, $50,128.91. Okay, if we get those confirmations, guys, again, this is confirmation by confirmation. Okay, but if we want to look at the weekly, it is very bullish. Again, another very important detail. You see this pink line? This is the 200 simple moving average. So we broke below, regained support, broke above, resistance, break above, fake out pump, a breakdown, and then resistance, and broke above very bullishly. We're gonna eventually also retest that 200 simple moving average. So if it's going to do it, if it's going to retest very soon now, that would be around $28,438.77. And if it's gonna take longer, then it can be around these ranges, like around here, like around that $30,000 level in that case. So, but usually this 200 simple moving average is very important because this has been a historical Bitcoin bottom indicator for almost every single cycle. Okay, as you can see, this pink line, we have bull market, bottom here, another bull market here, and then after completing that bull market, pullback, bottom again, and then bottom again on that C dump, on that C dump, yeah, event in that case, and then broke down, and that's where this is the first time that it didn't serve as a bottom indicator, which I was expecting back then, and play out exactly as predicted because too much people were looking at that 200 simple moving average, and in that case, yeah, it went exactly as predicted. And now eventually, so we have a breakdown, break above support, breakdown, resistance, break above, confirmation of support, follow through, broke again, support, resistance, break above, and now we're gonna eventually retest that. So be very patient, guys. We're gonna eventually retest those levels again. So I'm looking to buy very heavily on the Bitcoin price once we get that 30,000. Once we get in between that $28,000 level to around 30,000, I'm looking to buy for the long term for the Bitcoin price again in that case. So, and yeah, another thing I was expecting was for before a pump like this, I would expect at least a 1 monthly body candle close above this yellow line by a little bit, not by this much. But hey, you know, it happens. So next time, again, guys, if you're looking, that's why if you're looking to buy on the long term, buy when you see the Bitcoin price closing above this yellow line on the 2 monthly time frame, closing above. And then as long as it keeps support above that, hold. If you see the Bitcoin price closing below that yellow line, that's where you sell long term. Why? Well, track record, guys. Look at this. Close below, dump. Close above, pump, support, bull market. Close below, top, bear market. Close above, start of the bull market, boom. Beautiful. So yeah, guys, that's why it's very important for you to be aware of this indicator. And again, even here, close below bear market, close above bull market. Simple as that. Okay. And yeah, so this is too early for the Bitcoin price, so it had too much volatility back there. And yeah, this is just insane price appreciation in that case. So yeah, watch out for that, guys, in that case. So that's why this is the 8 simple moving average on the monthly time frame. And yeah, this yellow line and this light blue line is the 21 simple moving average on the 2 monthly time frame. So yeah, guys, so far this is my outlook for the Bitcoin price right now. My expectations right now would be, again, technically speaking, because of this rapid movement to the upside, again, we will retest that 200 simple moving average. We're gonna retest this white line. We're gonna retest this $30,625 again. After we retest all of that, that's where this will have more juice to go to the upside in that case. So, and at the same time, I'm not gonna entertain these levels until we break down in this case here, okay? Still, I'm wary about filling that 22,000, but technically speaking, guys, until, like I already mentioned before, until we break this inverted shoulders neckline, $25,258.33. If it doesn't break that, with 1 to 2 weekly body candle closes below that, it can be 2 to 4 daily body candle closes below that level, or 1 to 2 weekly body candle closes below that level. If that doesn't happen, don't expect for $22,000 to $20,000. Okay, so yeah, that's my outlook for the Bitcoin price here. Yeah, everything has been mostly covered in that case. Let's see, is there anything remaining? Yeah, we're closing above this weekly RSI, so it is getting on that 71 RSI. Historically speaking, what do we expect from there? So we see tops, local tops here for at 79 level here 2 times. Let's see here, a top here, no, that was insane. A top here happened at 69.70 weekly RSI. Yeah, so weekly RSI is getting a little bit overheated, so be aware of that also. Daily, let's see what we have here. Okay, let's see on the daily 87, 88. Yeah, it's getting also overheated. So not financial advice, but wait, be very patient if you're looking to buy Bitcoin. Again, I'm looking to buy at 30,000 here, and again 28,000. I really don't care if it wants to pump from here a little bit more. We're gonna eventually retest that, technically speaking, because of the huge resistance, which didn't get retested as new support. So when you see very, very strong resistance like this white line, okay, first, when you see very strong resistance on, in this case, the 200 simple moving average on the weekly time frame, okay, that would be eventually retested. That's one. That white line eventually going to be retested. Very strong resistance before, and this range here, okay, this in between $30,291.47, and also in that case, let's see here, in between that $30,291.47 to all the way up around here at $30,636 with 12 cents. Okay, those will be retested eventually. Okay, so I don't have the timing of it right now. It can happen very soon here, or it can happen later on. Okay, but that will definitely happen. That will definitely happen, especially this range, this huge resistance, this wicks around here, 31,600 and wait, $31,693.79. That's going to get retested. The wick would be $31,804.31. So yeah, 31,000. The wick would be $31,832 with 1 cent. So watch out, guys. We're gonna retest those levels. Don't worry. Right now there's a lot of euphoria right now. Be very patient with this. And yeah, if you're looking to have more guidance on when to buy and sell on long term, mid term, and short term, you can definitely reach back to my Discord group. It is very affordable. We have a group that we help out almost in a daily basis in that case, and I publish also other technical analysis YouTube videos also for covering other altcoins. I'm taking profits also on Chainlink in that case, and Solana, which I already invested many months ago and last year. So I already took some profits here also around here. And for Solana, let's see here. And also thank you so much for watching until the end of this video, guys. I really appreciate it. And for Solana, again, already took some profits here also. And so if you want to look into more details about what I am doing, you can definitely reach back to me on my Discord group, and it will be very affordable. It's very affordable. You will not regret it. It will be very valuable in information. And I will post more consistent updates there, more consistently in that case, guys. So yeah, guys, that's what I'm seeing so far. Mostly for the Bitcoin price. And yeah, that would be the technical analysis for today. Thank you so much for watching this YouTube video, guys. If you enjoyed this YouTube video, guys, leave a like, comment, and share this YouTube video with your friends. Also, subscribe to my YouTube channel, Crypto Solutions, if you haven't subscribed yet, guys. And also click the bell notifications to stay ahead in the cryptocurrency market using my cryptocurrency technical analysis YouTube video, guys. And also, guys, if you need help in the cryptocurrency market, had any questions, investing in short-term, mid-term, and long-term, I have an elite VIP crypto investor membership, which I cover 2 to 3 times per week. Technical analysis on various cryptocurrencies. It can be Bitcoin, XRP, Ethereum, Chainlink. It can be HETS, it can be Binance, it can be Quant, ISO 222 tokens, it can be IOTA, XLM, etc. And I also post it's like a signals kind of thing, but it's more towards me showing you what I'm doing in this case, which is trading in the short term and mid term. I put on trading opportunities, which I'm going to show you right now, which are right here when you're seeing the mid-term personal trading opportunities. Like this, I update you guys on my trading opportunities and when I'm looking to buy or take profits or sell. Also, when I'm doing dollar cost averaging, I also notify when I'm buying and selling which specific cryptocurrencies. This is not financial advice. But this can be used as educational, investigation, and also entertainment. So, and also, if you have any specific questions about if this cryptocurrency is good, what about this one? Will it be in the future? What will be the most likely outcomes? Things like that. I can definitely help you with that. I also take into consideration the total solar eclipses, the total lunar eclipses, the Shemitah cycles, and other very, very important indicators which I personally use to determine near bottoms and near tops in the bear markets and bull markets for the Bitcoin price. So yeah, if you need help, you can definitely click in the Patreon link in the description below, patreon.com/cryptosolutions, and that's how it works usually. Like I have the $50 per month in this case crypto portfolio investment review, but that will be just one payment, so it will not be a per month basis. It will be just one verification. So if you're interested, you can definitely click on my Patreon link in the description below, Crypto Solutions. It will be patreon.com/cryptosolutions, and I will see you guys there. I really appreciate it, guys, and I will help you as much as possible. I will see you right now there, guys. Have a nice day, guys, and take care, guys. Thank you so much for watching this YouTube video, guys. Have a nice day, guys. Take care, guys, and peace out, guys.